Michael was still playing with toy cars when his older brother began racing real ones. But speed wasn't the only thing on Darrell's mind. A girl 3 classes behind him caught his eye. It was Stevie Rader, who would eventually share Darrell's life.
I was pretty conventional, you know, did pretty much what everybody else did. I think that's what appealed to me about Darrell, was he was very unconventional.
Too unconventional for Stevie's well-to-do father.
Darrell wasn't their favorite person.
The concerns were quite obvious that, Stevie, you can do better.
Darrell got off to a bad start as he tried to win over Stevie's father. After taking a job as a car salesman at the local Chevy dealer, Darrell was running late for a date in a demo car.
He had an SS 396 with the 4 in the floor. They were a hot rod, big motored car at the time.
And he was on his way to Stevie's house.
I'm doing about 120 mile an hour of Old Hartford Road, and just about the time I get to the county line, a police car comes down the side street, just as I go, whoom, just as I go flying by.
Like all the other vehicles he's had, he wanted to see what it would do.
I don't have to tell you what he did. He come out, turn on his lights, and here he comes. So I had this brainstorm. I'll turn off my lights.
And so I heard the sound of his car coming up the driveway, or coming down the road. So I went and got my coat on. I was waiting for him to come to the door and get me. And he never got there.
I turn on my lights, just as I turn on my lights, I'm about to go airborne, and I'm doing 100 miles an hour, straight up in the air. It looked like Joey Chitwood.
And my sister, she said, I think Darrell is upside down in the front yard in his car.
I had Christmas presents in the trunk. I had all that Hard Rock candy. It looked like Santa Claus had crashed.
And needless to say, that did not make a very good impression on Mr. Rader.
And all I can think of is, oh my gosh, Stevie's dad and her mom and all these cop cars, and what am I going to do?
By the time we get down to the bottom of the driveway, they've taken Darrell away.
I believe he called Stevie to come and get him.
I'm looking to see if I can see anybody I know, and see if I can see anybody.
And Darrell's standing there looking at me.
Oh yes, I knew she'd come and get me out, and about that time, she gets pushed out of the way.
And here came Mr. Rader.
And I said, just leave me in here. I'll just stay.
And that was the end of his demos. He wasn't allowed a demo anymore.